Welcome, Pisces Aries, to your Astro Dice reading for November. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. Okay, my friends, let's get straight in here. And remember, guys, if you are looking for a personal reading, all the information is in the description area. And if you're looking for any kind of meditation or relaxing music or guided meditation, you can also check out my second channel, which you can find in the description area as well. It's Relaxing Whispers Meditation. Okay, let's get in here. Welcome to Mercury retrograde season. Ooh, last Mercury retrograde of the year. So let's get in here and see what's going on with you. For those of you who are new, this is where we take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, let's see. Best house that needs to be recognized for the beautiful Pisces Aries. Pluto coming out into this 6th house. Some Sagittarius energy. Okay. Having that transformation. Beautiful transformation coming out. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. Love that. Just hold on one second, my friends. I wanted to see what was going on with you. Did I have it? Oh, I might not have it. I guess I don't have it written down here, guys. Sorry. Oh, no, the next 2 months. Here it is. Just trying to see what you were doing. Leaving the year with new opportunities. Okay. If you guys haven't watched the wrapping up 2025 video, you might want to do so. It talks about November and December, and it was kind of interesting because kind of noticing as I'm doing these Astro Dice for November that they are talking a lot about, you know, what we were talking about in those wrapping up. Not everyone, because they will hit different houses. But this is going to be your 6th house of hobbies and things that you do. Hold on. Sagittarius energy, my friends. Okay. Oh, there it is. She's getting lost. Okay, the first thing is that remember how this energy is imbuing power, good fortune, and authority, because remember it's Jupiterian energy, right? It's Jupiter. So let's just focus on that for 1 second, because you're going to transform with this, going straight into this superior confidence with faith, good fortune. So, I mean, that Wheel of Fortune could just be sitting on the horizon right there for you guys. Anytime we see that Sagittarius energy coming in. So let's see over here. We do have the 6th house. Yeah, and it just looks like you're going to say, boom, here's your transformation, going from one area to the new area. This is the place of work, health, duty of your life. This is where you're planting gardens, going to work, doing your hobbies, getting paid for hobbies, kind of like my tarot channel. I get paid for, doing it, or not, or not. More the latter. I just want you to know. But, but yeah, it's where you're having your hobbies and stuff like that. Okay, so here we go. Having the awareness. Going straight to the beginning of the month, you do have the awareness coming in with the joy and celebration of the 3 of Cups. No longer feeling like you're trapped in fear. That's because, like I said, there's that transformation. You're having the overall awareness that things are transforming around you. So you're probably feeling this pull. You're probably even feeling more magical in some ways for some of you. Some of you are going to say, I don't feel magical at all. I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. But it also can be because you're very busy. If you know you're really, really busy, you won't feel the energies around you. Because I believe that this came right there for you anyways during that full moon in Taurus that we had, or a couple of days before. Okay. To where it was all of a sudden you're rejoicing in celebration, you're feeling happier. There's something going on that's pulling you out of the way you're feeling in that situation. But I mean, I know that a full moon in Taurus also has this way of, making you feel a little over emotional. So yeah, it could felt like you were doing it all by yourself, but you feel like there's a lot of your stress and burnout is kind of coming to an end over here as your struggles are kind of changing. I do feel like a lot of you, though, still feel a little bit of that dissatisfaction. If I remember correctly, I did see that in your Pisces Aries full moon reading, that you're still feeling that indulgence. You're still feeling that dissatisfaction. You're still feeling like things are weighing you down, not completely lifting you up yet, but you are going to have this transformative piece. So I do feel like it's kind of rollery coastery for you, where it's like 1 minute I feel really burned out, tired, stressed out, but but as time goes, you're going to start finding that emotional balance is going to come toward you again. But it's right when the portal's going to be closed here pretty soon. So you figure by the time that the portal's closed, you're going to start feeling that energy pushing back around. There you go. Mid-month, you're going to have that transformation. The true transformation is really going to start coming through. Yeah, for the new beginning. Now you're really going to feel it. If you didn't feel it before, you feel it now. You're going to feel it, especially because now you have Mercury retrograde coming in. There's going to be a strange shift through the Mercury retrograde that's going to shift you and allow you to feel like you're having this new beginning, Ace of Cups. You're going to feel lighter, brighter, fresher. And that's because it was happening over here, but it was a wishy-washy feeling until it finally, like I said, stabilizes itself. Now you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that self-confidence coming in. You're going to feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in your 6th house. Remember, guys, we're talking about the 6th house. We're not talking, it could be work, okay? It's the areas and duties of your life. You could feel like, I'm running around with the kids and they're just, but I have to get these things down because it's the duty of my life, but I'm taking him back and forth to football, right? Or whatever it is, right? It could be sports. It could be, whatever. Going back and forth to the gym, and feeling kind of drained and, right? But now you're seeing the transformative changes to that situation. That's why I'm saying, because up here you could even said for the gym for just, how about that, just for an instance, you could say, I could see that I was, starting to lose weight or toning up, but I'm not really happy about the situation because it's not the weight that I want to be at, right? I hit that scale and it's still off. it's like your scale's broken, okay? Because I know, okay, I'm watching myself tone up, but maybe it's muscle, right? Maybe it's because you have muscle mass, right? Now you have to say, oh wait, but I lift weights, so it could be fat turning into muscle, right? Muscle's heavier than fat. So do you see what I'm saying? And then you'd be like, oh, so, but it's still feeling that dissatisfaction every time you step on that scale. It's just like, right? But then over here, you're starting to see the real transformative pieces of the puzzle coming together, no matter what it is, whether it's now your garden's starting to grow, now football is doing what it's supposed to be doing, or you're feeling better, or you know what I mean? My scale's not lying to me anymore. That damn broken scale, right? But yeah, definitely. There's difficulty decisions that were weighing down the situation and avoiding. And instead of avoiding the situations or coming to a deadlock about that situations, you're starting to see the truth in the situation, which is making you very freaking happy. You're like, oh, Jesus, thank God. Yes, Fool card. Oh my gosh. So now you feel like you're at the Fool's journey now. Things are finally going the way they're supposed to go. If your winter squash was not growing and now your winter squash is like up and running, and it's like that miracle grow, did not like it, how come it's not, doing its thing? Everything's sprouting, everything's growing, everything's going the way you're supposed to have them emotionally. You could still be dealing though. And if you are dealing with somebody who's emotionally immature, who's not helping the situation out because they think they have some kind of creative new idea, just be careful because they could give you creative blocks. I feel like more here, it's more of you getting rid of that creative block because of the Two of Swords. So I feel like your creative blocks are dissipating. You're starting to be able to think now outside of the box, getting things done, being able to feel like you can get multiple priorities done. You might even felt before that I was running all over the place, overwhelmed, and I'm having a hard time getting my time management down, right? Take it how it resonates. There's a lot of adapting in the mid-month. There's a huge transformation of happiness, but it's also about adapting to something new that's going on within your life that has to do with the 6th house, right? Because it was whatever was holding you back over there in the beginning of the month. Okay, so going straight to the end of the month. Yeah, it was in reverse. Okay. Passions ignited in reverse is saying there's a delay. It's a stand down, it's a delay. A delay in where my happiness is, and there's a delay. Somebody has caused, it could be this person over here who's causing a little bit of upsetness. Okay. Obstacles, but it doesn't matter because it says it doesn't matter because I remember when we did this before, it doesn't matter. It's almost like right here's where your Mercury retrograde's going out. So it's almost like you're going to hit that Mercury retrograde on its way out. See you later, Gator, but now you're going to try to affect me. So it looks like it's going to try to take its toll on you on the way out the door, right? Because it's like the 9th to like what, the 29th or something? I don't remember, guys, right now. I'll have to look at it. When I get the Mercury retrograde reading going, we'll know. But towards the end of the month. But I will tell you, it's almost like you're saying, I already learned that lesson. I'm not doing that fucking shit again. And that's exactly what you're saying. So somebody here in the mid-month at Mercury retrograde area between the 9th and here could be trying to, but it looks like you kind of put a stop to that. And then it kind of went away. But it does look like it's trying to make itself back toward the end of the month during Thanksgiving time, the 24th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th on the way out. But you're putting a stop to it again. So you're not letting this run its course. It's like you said, I've already learned this lesson. I'm not doing it again, which is good because if you get tested with this again, this is a test. You get tested with this again now, you won't have to have this test before. Why? Because you're putting the brakes on it. Yeah. Yeah, because see, somebody's getting moody with you in the 6th house. Somebody's saying, oh, well, and it could be jealousy. Maybe they're jealous because you're doing something amazing in the 6th house. Who knows? Maybe you have your own YouTube channel and you're doing awesome and your friend's got a channel and they're not doing good and they're jealous of you. Who knows, right? But whatever it is, or some kind of disappointment, jealousy, who knows? But you're not playing. You're saying, I have the memories of love, 6 of Cups. I remember doing this once before. I'm looking the other way. I love it because 2 of Wands says, I'm planning to go and make decisions, but I'm also discovering to leave home. When you're saying leave home, you're saying I'm leaving this behind. I'm not entertaining this. Not today, Satan. We're not going over this again. I don't fucking care. We're not doing it again. I'm going after the Ace of Pentacles. So you're looking out the other way. You're looking out, you want to go that way, you go that way, but I'm looking elsewhere. Yeah, because I'm traveling. I'm not bringing in these obstacles and challenges. I'm not even allowing these obstacles and challenges to even have any footing in this situation. So good job, Pisces, Aries. You are not You said, I'm taking on the transformation because I know the truth within this situation. We're not playing. We're not playing these games. Okay. You said, I'm doing something over here in the sixth house. I was frustrated about the situation. I figured it out and I love it. Now you want to come and give me some shit about it. And I say no. And if it's not a person, then it could just be weeds in your garden. We're not playing today, weeds. I'm putting down some weed killer. We're not playing this because last time you strangled out, my snow peas, my winter squash. You killed it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they will too. I had one completely strangled out. It was ivy and it actually strangled out my watermelons. I couldn't freaking believe it. But yeah, it doesn't matter. And it could be, right? It doesn't have to be. It could just be that you knew that weed was coming and you were like, I'll get it later. I'll get it. You know what I mean? You get busy. That's what happened to me. I'll never forget that because, man, I had a great little garden. And I live in the desert, so my cantaloupes were only like this big. Like, not even joking, but they were the sweetest little freaking things ever. I used to call it my fairy garden because everything that was growing was so undernourished because of the sand. But I mean, I tried everything, But then that one weed came in, that ivy came in, of that morning glory or whatever came through and actually strangled out my my watermelon. So I was like, what the? Watermelons in the desert, they were amazing. It was almost as big as this freaking table. It was freaking crazy. I was sharing with all the neighbors. I couldn't believe that actually. I didn't. It's funny when they get that big though, guys. They're just not that sweet. They're really cool to have, but they just really are not that sweet. They're actually better when they're small. But yeah, great reading, guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace and love. Bye bye.